but let me gauge it, see how fast he's taking off. Okay, I'll hit it at 40. Hey, what's up everybody, my CSR2 fans? Thanks for tuning in. This is KSJ with KSJ Gaming. Let's get right into it. We're going to get some live racing going, and I'm going to run through these gas pips here. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of fishing. Let's get a little bit of bait and go. Get the hook set nice so we can go ahead and get some monies. Definitely check out my last vid. I just went through, let's see how much this guy has. Hold on. Okay, he maxed out at 34. He only has 15, but we're going to take him to 15.5. He bet 1,500. I'll bet 15.5. He'll most likely do it, which I say he, but they, which they did. Let's go and see where we're at. I'm going to mess with it a little bit. I should hit my nitrous right around 35 miles an hour, but let me gauge it, see how fast he's taking off. Okay, I'll hit it at 40. Oh wow, he beat me. Look at that. Look at that. Well, good job for you. Look at that, just barely. I'm going to try to race him again. So I hit it at 40. If I hit it at 35, I definitely would have edged him out. But, okay, good to know. He ran a 10.3. Okay. I'm gonna send him another rematch, see what he wants to do. He'll probably want to re-race, but it be for free, since he barely nudged me out, and he's scared to, like, maybe lose some money on it. But hopefully he proves me wrong. Let's see. Okay, now we're taking him all the way. I'm taking him all the way now. All the way. He's going to do it because he's not going to want to give up 14.5, rightfully so. He just beat me. But he also, if you notice, he also had like a slow start. He did like a 1 second 0.8, a 1.86. So he really ran like a 10.1. So I'm going to hit this at 35, see what happens. I'd do a 32. And I downshifted right at the last second just to let them close that gap a little bit more. So, I mean, I ran a 10.3, and look at that, 0.6 off. Terrible on their end. They really would have ran a 9.8. Wow. You know what? And guess what? They would have totally beat me because I had them figured for like 10.1. So 9.8, they would have totally stomped me because I would have hit mine at like 35 miles an hour. And, well, I did that, and I ran a 10.3, and they did a crappy launch. So I'm glad we're able to start it off good for you guys. Guys, please go ahead and like this video, subscribe, share, comment, tell me what you want to see, tell me what you'd like to see. I'll do my best to go ahead and, throw some content out there for you guys on something that I haven't already done. I have tons of tips and tricks videos. You got to check out the other videos. There's tons of, just so many nuggets in there, but definitely check it out. See what you can do to help with your gameplay. Boom, boom, boom. Saudi Arabia team. Do you got any money? Okay, did 1,000. You know, I'm gonna do. Not yet. I'm doing them for whatever. I'll do them for 12. Forget it. Oh, wow, okay, 3,000. It's kind of like poker. Like, you never want to see a flop, right? Like, even if you have pocket aces, you still don't want to see a flop for a ton of money. So if somebody folds, and that's, like, kind of the name of the game. Like, the object of poker is to not even, like, really play your cards, but more of, like, just play your opponent. So if you can win money without ever seeing a flop or no cards being flipped over on the table, that's the true victory there. So people that jump up by 5,000s, I always go up to 35,000, between 30 and 35. Okay, now they want to play, so you know what this means. Come on, people, you know what this means. You know what KJ's about to do. We're putting them all in. Now, I do know that there's cars on here that are going to run a 10.6. Now, he also run this through Tempest, or 10.8, or 9.8. I know he run this through Tempest, so there we go there. So it's going to be a fast car. It's a 1-star purple, which means it has it upgraded. I'm going to hit this at like 30 miles an hour. There we go. I even sandbagged it just a tad. I'll downshift. There we go. He ran really slow. I don't know if he had a bad start or what, but I think I had a bad start too. Let me see. He did. We're going to do this again. Watch. And we're going. We're going for the full amount again. We're going to see what happens. Let's see it. Let's check it, guys. Here we go. Doubling down. They're probably going to accept a bet. And we'll see. They are. Because they're like, I had a bad start. I was late. Oh my God, and the game crashed. You gotta be kidding me. See, this is what happens. This is what I'm talking about. Just lost 200 grand. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I do now whenever stuff like that happens, guys. I hate when that happens. Okay, guys, I'm back. So here's what I'm gonna do. You go into right in your settings, you hit support. Since I've already had like all kinds of conversations with these guys, I'm gonna go ahead and send them another message. I'm just gonna talk into it. You guys will see exactly kind of what I do and how it's said. So let's just do this. Fix it up just a little bit. You don't have to be like right here. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys that's kind of what you do. And you know what? Typically they do. They respond and oh, let me just do this in here. There we go. That's good enough. Send. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys that's kind of what you do. And normally it gives you a whole slew of questions to where, you know, what happened. And this happens a lot. Like right here, I lost 200,000, then I lost another 10.5. And I told him, I was like, hey, for 210, you know, $210,500 I lost. 2 games back to back crashed, and they reimbursed me my $210,000. So, you know, that is something that you can do for sure. So I just want to let you guys know that's what you do and that's how you handle it. That's where you go. Let's get back into the lobby. Okay. Let's knock out some of these gas pips. I hope I got that guy again. Oh, we got somebody else. Let's see what they want to do. 35. Alrighty, cool. So, mind you, this car, my car, it will actually run a 9.2, 9.1 if I'm really on point. And that's me hitting nitrous right away. I'm going to hit this in 35 just because he took off pretty hard, but they usually don't have a strong top end, and I'll end up passing them. I got to feather it right here. I'll downshift. There we go. So those little, what is that, a Jetta or something like that, or whatever it may be. See, I beat him by too much. I don't want to win by that many tenths. It's like 3.5 tenths. I don't like to win by that much. But I didn't know how fast the tap in is or was. Let's try this guy. Now, you should, whatever, put them all in just because he's like 5,500. He may not know that he only has 35 extra dollars. Or you might say, let's raise the whole thing. Because he's scared. So, cool story was I jumped into a race and a T3 raced me. We did the whole, I bet, he re-raised, I go all in, he calls. I'm like talking like poker face, right? Anyways, he calls, and man, it was like my closest race that I've had in this lobby. Of course, they didn't. Hold on. They didn't race me. Oh man, this car is fast. I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to catch this car, am I? I downshifted right at the last second. I think this is the Boxster S, isn't it? Let me see. Yeah. Look at that. So he can really run like a 9.5. You see that? Like a 9.6? 9.6 is what he can run. Look at that terrible launch. Dang, that's crazy. So I'm in a fast lobby right now. So these guys are running fast. They have the potential to run fast. So you take off that, 7/10. Dude, that's a fast car. I wonder if he wants to race again. Let me see. Anyways, I ran like a 9.2 and some change. They ran a 9.2 and a little bit higher change. It was close, and I think that they were shocked. I mean, because they were so confident in doing their $200,000 bet. Just like, don't tell me it's about to crash again, dude. Wow, this is insane. This thing's definitely crashing again. Be right back. All right, guys, I went ahead and I did a forced stop, and I cleared the cache, jumped right back into a lobby. Let's see if this guy wants to race. That's the only bad thing about this new update. Okay, cool. This guy went right off rip real quick, so I know I can probably get him, because nobody wants to lose 120. So, or nobody wants to lose 20. I don't think. If he's confident enough to go ahead and hit that bet button 4 times, he'll go ahead and he'll do. He probably would have did the all in, but I wanted to be a little bit conservative. But I gotta be careful, because I know that some cars in here are running a 9.6 at a T2. So I gotta kind of gauge it here. I'm not doing too much of a gauging. I'm just gonna hit that right there. Okay, downshifted right at the last second, just to go ahead and hope his top end wasn't over 149, which is probably at 149. 149, I am right. But look at that look at that, a .833. So he's really running like a 9.4 right here. 9.4, 9.5, like, man, if these... And the reason why I'm not hitting my nitrous sooner is because I gauge the car right away as soon as, like, we kind of take off. That's how I know I can hit it at third gear versus... Or not third gear, at like 30 miles an hour versus hitting it at right off start or right off, at 20 miles an hour to drop me below 10 seconds. But these guys are just doing terrible launches, man. I think it wasn't this guy. It's too fast for you guy, but it was one of these guys I raced, man. Like, it was so close. Like, the whole race, I was just literally like a fender ahead of him from like start all the way to finish. Another guy, we're doing 25 grand. I think I can probably just take it all the way to the top with this one. I probably could have done the other guy too, but we'll see. That might be too aggressive, but I don't know. So far, this field has been pretty like, yeah, let's do it. But the bad thing is I could totally lose. Okay. The bad thing is I could totally lose, or the game crashes and I lose my 200 grand again. So that's the bad thing. And if you notice that, just about everybody bet. I mean, a couple cars haven't bet so far. I'm okay with that. That on these races are the ones that I'll lose. This way I stay in the lobby. See, I didn't hit nitrous to like 44 miles an hour. Oh, shoot. Wow. I mean, I was slow. I ran a 10.5. I mean, geez, oh Pete. But I still only beat him by a tenth of a second. So that's still great. A tenth of a second is a close race. I don't really like to win any more than 0.2 of a second. Let's try this guy. So far, the lobby's been strong as far as bets go. Trump Renegades. Not sure if I did a shout out to Pure Chem Labs. They are the ones that sponsored us. So shout out to those guys. Go check them out on YouTube. Pure Chem Labs on YouTube. A bunch of great folks, and they are 420 enthusiasts. So if that's your thing, definitely go check them out. Okay, I'll hit this one at 40. Oh no, he's taking off hard. Ooh, I don't know if you guys saw it, but as soon as I passed him, I downshifted, and I just barely beat him. That's how I wanted it, though. Again, by a little more than 1/10 of a second. But that's how we like to do it. We like to keep it close like that. Who do we have? Let's try this guy. He went through the Tempest 3. He may have a live tune car. If he bets big, then we'll know. But it looks like he does not have one. Or he would have bet something, because he'd have been confident going into the race. I'm a downshift right now. So yeah. There we go again. Don't want to beat them too bad. No more than 0.2 of a second. If you can gauge that, most of my losses are like from myself. This Victor guy, he has a fast car. I want to go ahead and see if we can get like a bet going in with him. Hopefully. If so, though, we'll have like a good final race here. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what he runs. Oh, he had a good start this time. I'm hitting it early at 30. I downshifted right at the last second. So, yeah, he should have a better start. It looked like he took off like a lot harder on that one. Let's see. No, still bad. I mean, it's better than like the 0.8 he had before, but still 0.467 is terrible. Mine's terrible with a 0.150. Yeah, guys. Hey, if I haven't said it already, like, comment, share, and of course it freaking goes ahead and it crashed on us again. Gotta be careful with these freaking live races, guys. Listen, guys, thank you for everything. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Please like, comment, follow, share, subscribe, comment. I already said that twice. Most of all, I hope one day I can see you at the starting line.